Wasn't
hear
that
a
a
dial?
dial?
I don't hear a
Wasn't that a
dial
dial tone?
tone. Oh, almost.
What? Maybe it's the other end.
No,
Oh.
stop.
Greetings, programs. Welcome to another edition of Jedi Reacts to Moon Knight, Season 1, Episode 5, Asylum. Yeah, Mark be crazy. Or at least we think he'd be crazy.
I see a hippo in the cap, and
It's a hippo. What do you, I mean? What do you want? It's a friendly hippo. Hopefully, not a hungry hippo. Yeah, I meant to look up the Egyptian goddess of hippos, or the hippo Egyptian goddess, and I never did get around to looking it up. I wonder if that's the fine woman deity. Remember the fine woman? Oh,
Oh,
or was she the
oh,
goddess?
oh! You talking
Or
about
was
the
she the
one
goddess
that
of beauty?
helped them?
Yeah, or was she the goddess of beauty? Or maybe they thought hippos were beautiful. I don't know. I don't know Egyptians. Look,
As I
all I'm
said, I
saying
don't know
is
much about the subject.
Mark might be crazy.
I'm not going there right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going there.
He might be crazy.
No.
You know, something occurred to me while I was setting this up. Mark loves his wife, right?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, he's.
I mean, he was willing to throw himself off a cliff for someone
to keep him from. Well, that aside, that was more like a joke. But like, yeah, he loves her. He's willing
to throw him into that pit.
He's willing to stay. He's willing to stay Moon Knight so that he can't. So that Khonshu won't
that
use
is
her
true.
as his avatar. So it seems to me like he wouldn't be setting up any dates now, would he?
Setting up any dates?
Yeah, he wouldn't be hooking up with other women, right?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So who set up that date? He wasn't setting it up for Steven. I wouldn't think. At least that's just what I was thinking. But anyway, let's find out if Mark is actually crazy.
He's not crazy. He just got hurt.
Well, let's not call it crazy because let's find out if he's delusional.
I'm sorry. The man got shot.
Well, he does suffer from some mental issues, obviously. He suffers from severe DID.
Don't mess up this for me. Don't mess up this.
What part of this is parts of this are real and what parts are delusion?
Don't mess this up.
And you notice how they've made no actual connections to the MCU so that you could be like, well, they did mention the snap or there's the statue in the ocean or Iron Man. No, they didn't mention none of that. So you can't use anything as a guideline, as a goalpost. Not even in the Asylum or in the main part of the show.
This is slowly not going on my favorite list if it ends up the way it's slowly like. I'm
second to last episode, isn't it?
You stop giving me those doubts and let's just see what happens together. I'm not going to try to keep in my mind that that's what's going on. Right now in my mind, he just got shot. He's hurt and he's trying to protect his mind, whatever. So,
all right,
let's do that, okay?
Moon Knight, Season 1, Episode 5.
Lordy.
Asylum. You know, asylum could mean safety.
Okay, never mind.
Fighting evil by daylight, winning love by moonlight. Nobody actually calls him Moon Knight, but it's the name of his TV show. I love how they hugged each other like long lost brothers. Yeah, the only reference to the MCU we get in this whole series is this. Dun, 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 dun. That should be our national anthem. What was that? Who was that? Wait. Was his nose broken before? Do real doctors have offices that are this white? And who keeps rare Egyptian artifacts in their office? in an asylum. Does that seem like that pointy thing on the desk? That's just with a guy who's shown signs of violence, much less the pins. Yeah, see?
Oh no.
I told you. Why would you keep Oh, oh. And we're back to the hippo. And she's got cornrows. You okay?
Right through these doors, for example. We go through here, there's going to be a bunch of patients, and there's Crawley probably about to yell, bingo! Oh my god!
Is that who I think? Do you see the
Egyptian. I guess this is a.
What is this? This is the underworld.
Yeah. That's beautiful. It looks like the ancestral plane. Gotta take your. Okay.
Oh, goody! It worked! Look at that! Here's little old me worrying I'd blow your chest wide open.
Sorry, what? Wait, what's she doing?
She's weighing off.
Oh, she'll go on a suicide mission to kill Harrow. Just out of revenge.
One hippo and two of us, and this ship can't be that hard to steer, so... And we don't have to actually, like... Have to what? Cable the goddess to wet it? No, just, find me a rope and
It's a hippo. I mean, it's a hippo goddess.
uh-oh. You notice they each have their own urn?
Don't dead open inside.
Look, they have their own urn in each on the table. Look at that.
They have their own organs in front of them. They're mummified. Yeah.
Don't go near him. Man. What's your name? Oh, hold on there. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Come on, now wait.
Well, the child's not dead. So it must represent something else. His mom was yelling at him. I wonder if she or something else traumatic caused him to. I didn't complete that thought, did I? I'm wondering if this is the moment that caused Mark to split. I bet you his brother drowned.
Oh no.
Probably his foot got stuck. Ah. They're Jewish. There it is. Oh, that's not.
So how long?
Don't
did she,
do that.
so
You
how long
only
did
have.
how many years did she do that
You
to him?
only have one other child.
Stop, don't go up there.
Oh, are they in the desert? Or is this the desert? The one where this is when her Lala's father was killed, isn't it? There's Khonshu's statue.
Then rise and live again, as my fist of vengeance, as my
Moon Knight.
Knight.
Finally.
So what's going on?
Fear is spreading in the upper world. Unbalanced souls are being judged and condemned to the sands before their time.
Before their time.
This is
Oh no.
You see why I have to go back?
Oh.
Why is it I like this version of Harrow even less than the one that kills people?
I don't think I like any version at all. What happened to the nose?
It's not broken anymore.
Oh, this don't look. This is not good.
We can't sedate patients anymore. So you can't inject Gatorade into their neck anymore. This is when it first happened.
Bloody hell. Look at the state of this place. Better sort it out before Mum sees it.
And he became. And he just doesn't perceive his mom that way. He became the character Stephen Grant.
Stephen Grant has no fear.
I wonder why he liked that movie so much. Oh, that's why he still called her.
Thinking that she loved you, that she was kind, that she's still alive.
Yeah, he was calling her, leaving messages. now Steven's the one there.
This is diploma?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's a doctor. Doctors put their diplomas in their office.
Isn't it more?
Yeah, all doctors do that.
Yeah, but it don't say diploma.
Yes, it does. That's why it's called that. It says
No,
diploma.
It usually says like
no, it says
bachelor or something. I don't
no, it says diploma. Because that's what it is. If it's a bachelor's, then it says bachelor's. But if it's a diploma, it says diploma.
Okay. Just thought you'd have a bachelor's in psychology to know diploma.
I have a diploma from the Xavier School for Gifted Children.
Oh, jeez.
What's so funny?
I get with you this morning. I get with you this morning.
Mrs. Grant. So is he saying that Steven's the original personality? And that his life is the real life? It's a dial tone. Wasn't that a dial?
I don't hear
Wasn't that a dial tone?
Oh, I'm almost.
What? Maybe it's the other.
No,
Oh.
stop.
I love his dad. He's like a Latino Rick Moranis. This is the memory Steven didn't have. I didn't see the yarmulke when he was looking through the.
I'm looking down a street.
Does he just talk to his mom as if she's on the phone? The boat stopped.
We just stopped.
It's really rooting for you guys, but the unbalanced souls of the duo
Huh?
now must follow yours.
What?
They're gonna go over the edge.
Oh no.
She said they get tossed over the edge, but it looks like they actually come for them. Dusty. Oh, his face came right off. Probably most souls don't fight back or are able to team up.
Right. Ow.
Well, he's already dead, so batter up.
What he say?
Is that a British thing? Watch out for the rub behind you.
I wasn't expecting duo.
I mean, it's already dead, so it's fine. Yeah, you just forget there's like a whole. Oh no.
Oh no.
And Steven will just get pulled down. There's nobody to stop the boat. Oh, he's turning into
No.
sand himself. Just like the others. Well, that's Farkled.
Stop the boat!
Steven died, and the scales balanced. The field of dreams, gold, corn, whatever the field was called.
I guess he ain't going back. Oh, right, look, we got a moon.
I knew y'all were going to end it there. With a Spanish.
Got a moon.
With an old Spanish song, too.
Well,
I'm
what you
curious.
think? What you think? We still don't know if this is real or not, right?
The scales balanced when Stephen, well, they were already dead, but when he was claimed by the sand people. I am not going to call him that. When he was claimed by the Tusken Raiders. So, all right, I'm just waiting to see. Did we get an after credit scene?
Why you always look for that? There is no after credit scene.
What do you mean? Why do I always look for it?
We have been through like 4. This is the 5th episode, and you ask that every time. You say that. I'm sorry. You state that every time, and there is never an after
It's
credit
Marvel.
scene. It's always Eternals. That's it.
It's Marvel.
I know it's Marvel, but this
there,
one.
there will be an after credit scene.
You think there's going to
at
be
some
one?
point?
Well, let's just
At least in the last
Do
episode.
you think
there
it'd
will
be the last one?
Yeah, if it's not the last two.
Okay.
It's just that they haven't had a consistent pattern to their after credits. Like Falcon and the Winter Soldier didn't get one until like about halfway through. WandaVision didn't get one until the 6th out of the 8th episode.
Okay.
And Hawkeye didn't have one until the last episode. So all of them have been different. So that's. Are you really mocking me for looking for an after credit scene?
No.
Are you insane?
No.
It's the MCU. You always look for an after credit scene in
I'm
the MCU.
just saying
You
each
wait and
episode
see.
has not shown any
No.
after credits. At first, I didn't say anything, but we're like at almost the ending here, and there's no after credits.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, really?
So the last 2 episodes would definitely be the place to look for them. If they don't have one,
What's
in the
going to
last
happen if they don't
episode.
have them? What's going to happen?
a lot of people are going to be upset. You have to have an after credit scene.
Okay.
The Marvel thing.
What's going to happen if there's not one, though? What are y'all going to do?
I don't think we want to talk about that.
Ooh, I'm going to stay out of that.
I don't think you want to find out certain things that the world should never know.
Make sure I'm on the other side of whatever whenever y'all start that.
These 2 episodes that have had no Moon Knight have been really good.
I just noticed that. Yes, he hasn't been in 2. Yeah.
Have been in costume for 2 episodes, and they've been like 2 of the best episodes so far. So I really hope they sell us. They sell it. This
Yeah.
last
Are you
episode.
gonna get Khonshu back? Oh, Lordy.
Well, they really can't do anything until they free Khonshu. They got to free him, but now he's got to get back to the real world first.
Because some really crazy stuff is happening right now. The only thing is, if they don't have Steve, he's like the real smart one, with all this stuff. What's gonna happen there?
But
Because he was
Steven
like
is
helping.
a part of Mark. So it seems to me like
Steven just became the Sand.
the way I see it is, if Mark gets out, there's no reason for Steven to remain. Like they're 2 of the same people.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't know why the scales balance, because Steven is erased or whatever. I know. I was assuming that the scales weren't balancing because there's still a 3rd person.
But they balanced though. So what happened? Is it
There's still a sarcophagus that someone was banging on the inside, like they want out. There's still the murder that went well. I guess it is technically a murder. There's still that one guy that stabbed that guy that was neither Mark nor Steven. And like I said,
You
I
sure
don't-
there's not going to be? I mean, we have a lot of stuff up in the air that's trying to. How are you going to? You sure that how are we going to fit that in 45 minutes, an hour?
well, this episode was longer, I think, than our usual episode. This episode should have gone to Eternals with the back.
Yeah, 53, 48, 53. This one was 50, so it was actually 3 minutes shorter. So
Really?
I think around 50.
Felt long. It felt longer than the other ones. Okay. Well, ordinarily the final episodes are a little bit longer.
Okay. Well, okay, so
Usually the
So we
final
have to get
episode's
up a little
about.
bit more earlier.
The final episode is usually like an hour and a half or something.
It's gonna have to because we got a lot of stuff that we're missing. We got a lot of things to solve, a lot of things to tie up, loose ends to end this story. Yeah, I'm excited. Next Wednesday, right?
Next Wednesday. Yeah, they did. They did a really good job with our finally got our very first MCU greater MCU reference, and it really doesn't clarify anything. It doesn't clarify which if Mark is actually. Although was what Dr. Harrow was suggesting that Steven's the original personality? Because when he called his mom, he called her Miss Grant. Did you catch that?
Yes.
Yeah, he called her Mrs. Grant.
Aw.
But then he was like this one, and I thought I heard a dial tone when, but could be the mic is just making noise.
You're not gonna let me let. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I sounded like I don't hear anything. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know if it's just the earpiece, but all of a sudden, oh well. It's just one of those quirky things,
when
right?
you only have one earpiece, you don't necessarily get all the stereo sound. So it could have been that the dial tone I heard was only in one, was only left, was like left,
Because
right.
I'm just like, I don't hear anything. I don't know what made me do that. I was like, I don't hear anything. You hear something?
Hey,
Here? What?
should get you a.
Hello?
You need to get you a horn that you can put in your ear. Hey. The ancestral plane is apparently the nexus points to the upper realms are apparently all purple. I didn't quite catch what she was saying. So his scales had to balance in order for him to get to the door, right? So he should be able to steer the ship to the door. The hippo bounced, didn't she?
I don't know. I was just
she bounced.
That hip. I was just like, okay, I'm trying to get.
She says, "I'm out."
I'm trying to.
I was really rooting for you, but I'm out. And she just let the.
She's like, you know what? I do this all the time. I just can't really watch them go over the edge, so I just decide to leave right about now.
She just let the sand zombies come out, and.
But she's so sweet about it, like I gotta go. It's not gonna be end great for you.
Because
she
apparently she didn't have much control over any of that.
No, she.
But she did get them near the door. But I contest the notion that Stephen may see himself that way, but I contest the notion that Stephen is not real. Stephen is real. Stephen had a life. Stephen just was a defensive mechanism, a part of Mark's personality that took over, that fractured, whatever you want to call it.
He lost his brother.
Yeah.
And
that fractured deal with the trauma of losing his brother and the trauma of his mom losing her mind.
Well, it's like she was blaming him constantly. I mean, maybe I'm wrong in this.
Yeah, she was blaming him.
Blaming him like constantly all the time. So
she couldn't even let him have a birthday.
How else was he going to escape?
So she turned abusive after that. That's just. I mean, that I don't see how you could turn on. If you lose one child, I don't see how you could turn on the other child. I don't see how you could blame the other child for anything. Especially, I just don't. There must have been like some mental health issues in the family to begin with, in order for his mom to break like that.
Maybe everybody takes tragedy differently.
And you don't just become abusive because you lose a child. You just don't just become abusive to the other child.
Isn't it
spontaneously?
Isn't it like more natural that the mom would be more like safety, like secure and want to protect the other child after losing something?
It would be at least more intuitive that she would
to protect.
Become overprotective of the other child, but instead she turns on that one, blames him for it, and becomes an abusive alcoholic, and that just suggests that was probably some family issues there all along, some mental health issues all along.
Because I'd be like, if I lost one and had the other, be like, make sure your coat is zipping and where are you going? But no,
she
it was complete.
she blames him because he was stupid for taking them into the cave. But like the buck stops with you. Kids are dumb. The kids are supposed to be stupid. Ultimately, the buck always stops with you, and that could be a thing that she's not dealing with. Neither one of the parents probably dealt with well, was the fact that kids are your responsibility.
But it looks like the dad was trying to move, or he'll be very open to trying to do his best with them. He tried to. It seems like the dad had the opposite kind of reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, and we got our even though Oscar Isaacs isn't ethnically Jewish, we got our Jewish representation, at least in the form of the fictional character. That was one of the things that everybody was like kind of upset about. That Mark wasn't going to be Jewish in this adaptation, even though he is in the comic.
Stop this, because we have some things like where
we have no Jewish superheroes in live action media.
Yeah, but we have had people of different races, descents, culture play different roles. I mean, this is not the only time.
Yeah, but we're trying to get away from that.
We're trying to get away from,
because historically, minorities have been always portrayed by white folks. We have historically denied minorities the opportunity to play their own roles.
Yeah.
Like, you remember like Othello, which is about a black man? So they painted a white guy up to look like a black man to play him in the movie. Charlie Chan, a character created to counter the yellow peril stereotype. Because we had Fu Manchu, who was just deliberately a racist caricature to make to play into people's fears of Asians taking over the world somehow. So another author created Charlie Chan as a counter to that stereotype, and he was I forget what ethnicity he was, but he's like this Asian man who solves murders with his son. He's a detective who solves crimes, and he's extremely intelligent. He's like a Sherlock Holmes type character. And when they adapt him for the movies, who do they cast? White guys in yellow face. They cast his son as Asian, but the Charlie Chan was never played by an Asian man in the entire history. The last guy who played him was Peter Ustinov. And that's just been a reoccurring thing throughout Hollywood history, is they always get usually a white guy to play a minority instead of just like, hey, why don't we hire a minority? Now, I'm a little torn on this one because I feel like, yeah, but we got Oscar Isaacs, who's Latino, and we don't have a whole lot of Latinos in the MCU right now, or any right now. I'm having a hard time thinking of one. We're gonna get America Chavez, I know that, and then we got some of the ones on the TV shows, but I'm glad we got Oscar Isaacs playing Moon Knight. But at the same time, I get, it would have probably been nice to have someone Jewish play a Jewish ethnicity or background play a character who's Jewish. But we have some other Jewish characters. Hopefully we can do better next time. That's the one thing I like. I mean, people give Marvel a hard time, and I understand why. But at the same time, I think Marvel does a good job at trying. Because Marvel Studios was run by a racist for a little while there. I don't know if you know that, but the dude that was running Marvel was just racist. I mean, and sexist.
So how do you go to a coworker and be like, "Hey, how you doing today? You racist?" I mean, how do you?
You racist?
I don't know. I'm just at some point you see them doing something like you're really right. I don't know.
They pushed him out little by little. He ended up going to Marvel Television. He was the guy running the TV stuff for a while, and then eventually he got pushed out of that too. And Kevin Feige now runs everything. And that's why when Kevin Feige finally kind of took completely over, it's just like when Kevin Feige took over. That's when you started getting like fully. That's when you started getting stuff like Black Panther, Captain Marvel, you know, black people and women doing things besides being supporting characters. And then when they pushed him out of the TV side, then you start getting more cohesiveness between the TV shows and movies, and that's why you're going to see like a lot more minority characters, because we're gonna get Ironheart, who's basically the black female Iron Man. A teenage black female Iron Man. We're getting Ms. Marvel, who's Muslim American. You know, these are all comic book characters. And we're going to get people who actually are of the ethnicities playing them. And you know, I like the way they introduced the Jewish heritage in this episode. I thought it was done really. I think it made the story a little bit more interesting because it wasn't just yet another. We always go every time somebody dies in a superhero or action film or whatever. At any time someone's, you know, we flash back to a funeral, they're always Catholic, usually Irish Catholic, for some reason.
Alrighty.
So that was a nice. That's what diversity does. It gives you the opportunity to tell a story that's maybe a little different, and maybe a nice change of pace from the norm. You know what I'm saying? Diversity. It makes things diverse. That's why it's in the name. Did you enjoy this episode? Speak up.
You would not gonna let me let that down, Lily. That is not. Well, at least I got you from the other slogan you like to say.
What's that?
We gotta change.
Other slogan. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm glad you completely forgot.
I don't know what you mean.
Yes.
I know I'm tired though. I'm so tired I can't tell the difference between the waking life and dreams. Y'all know what to do. Subscribe to the channel because I need to get monetized. Hit all the buttons that you see. Every button. I don't care what it is. What's the other thing? Share the video because I like I said, I need more people to watch my stuff. And join my Patreon if you want to see the full reaction. This is Digital Jedi and Miranda. That's not really a cool. That doesn't really match. This Digital Jedi and Miranda.
I'll try to give you a name. You didn't go with it, so I don't know what to say.
Digitary nerd.
Nerd, digitary. I don't know.
It's not very certain.
Digitary nerd. Nerd digitary. Nerdy. Geek.
You're not even sure what you want to call it. It's Digital Jedi and Miranda saying peace out. Remember to watch everything.
Yeah.
You always leave as soon as I wrap it. You're just like gone. You don't even like. You want to stop that for me? Since you up and dancing? Because I'm going to lay right here and go sleep.